Omar Cordero here, VIP and celebrity fitness trainer. Today's client testimonial is going to be Mr. Stan Bilsker. Stan has been with me for a long time, and let me tell you, it's been quite a journey. He's also my CPA. He's amazing. Let me tell you, if it wasn't for him, oh my God. So I just have to say that he's helped me a lot as well. And so it's kind of a mutual thing, right? We help each other out. You help me on the finance portion, I help him on the fitness portion. With that, I want for him to share his journey and the journey that he's had when he found us, how did he find us, and everything that's kind of transpired through that timeline. It's been a couple years now.
It's been more than a couple years.
Oh, more than a couple years.
4 years.
I feel like I'm married to him. It was like crazy. So let's go ahead and start. Like, what's been the journey?
Okay, well, the journey for me started in 19, see, I'm getting old already, 2017.
Okay.
I was chubby, 73-year-old, just to turn 73. I realized this year I was going to hit the big 7-0. Went on the scale and almost fell off the scale when I saw the number. 197. I never have weighed 197 my entire life. So I said I have a choice. I can be a chubby, sedentary old man, or I can be an active, middle-aged person.
I like the active.
So I chose the latter. So what I did was I said, well, you know what? I've got to get a personal trainer. What Omar did for me was, well, first he evaluated my fitness, which I think he does with everybody, because nobody's the same. Everybody's at a different point in their lives and their fitness levels. So he gauged my fitness as a starting point. And then we also talked about nutrition. Omar stressed that there's two enemies when you're trying to lose weight: sugar and salt. So he asked me my diet, which, by the way, I'm a long-term vegan. It's now 31 years since I've been a vegan.
Yep.
A lot easier than it wasn't back in the day. But Omar tweaked even my vegan diet. So we started, and he got me on a weight loss program. So you had me doing a power walk every morning, a 2-mile power walk, with preceded by green matcha tea, and no more orange juice.
He loved that matcha tea.
Oh yeah. And no more orange juice. We substituted grapefruit, and the result was, and I started in February of that year, 2017. By June, I had gradually lost 25 pounds. I got down to like 172.
It's amazing.
And plus I was training once a week with Omar in person, and then he gave me a program for the other 2 days that I trained. My wife takes care of the fourth workout of the week with yard work and vacuuming, etc.
See, I got to implement that into his programming.
So that worked real well. I mean, I kept that weight. I stayed in the range of 170 to 175 for a good 3 years until, unfortunately, the pandemic hit. And then, of course, it became much more difficult. The gym was closed, and then strict restrictions.
Yep.
So I stayed out of the gym from March of 2020, when the pandemic really hit us, all the way till I started back in June of this year, June of 2021. Started training again, outdoors initially. And what happened with the pandemic is I actually lost weight. I think I lost muscle mass.
Yeah, and it got to the point that he was losing so much weight that we had to just intervene there and say, okay, I can't, now at this point, you cannot lose any more weight. I actually got to start putting weight on you because of other issues, especially at his age. I got to make sure that he's at a healthy weight, and that's always important. So the pandemic just kind of messed things up a little bit, but it was only a kind of a small barrier because we were able to adapt based on the circumstances.
Right. In fact, I got down as low as 156, which was my freshman year in college weight. So that was too low. So I started actually eating a little bit more to gain back some weight. And I've resumed training, and I'm back up to 168 right now, which is good. I probably will get back to the low 170s again because I'll be adding some muscle. I probably lost a little bit of muscle because of the COVID interruption.
Yeah, and it's interesting because when you see Stan, it's something that he follows the protocols to the T. So his mobility has changed drastically than when he first started. I mean, if there was a video that I saw years back when he first started compared to, right before the pandemic, and I was like, it's a completely different person. It's 3 years later and he's moving 10 times better. Not just that, it's the protocols that we set forth, because I told him, listen, just because you're training with me 1 or 2 times a week, we still got to implement other stuff. So I want you power walking. I want you walking to the post office, walking to the bank. I mean, you're talking about 1 mile, 2 miles. I mean, how it should be in other cities. Unfortunately, Miami's a very transient city that we're just jumping in cars and that's how we travel. But you've walked and you're actually implementing your exercises. And so here's a funny story, because I want to make sure that kind of everyone hears this. I am driving one day down South Miami and I see this person walking like at such a high rate of speed, going, what the heck, man, that guy's flying, sunglasses, looking like the Terminator. and of course catches my attention, me being in the fitness, going, wow, you know what, good for him, whoever's walking, and he's pumping it. And as I approach the person, it's Stan. In the middle of South Miami, I think it was 12 o'clock in the afternoon, walking to the post office. And that's the importance. People don't do this. I mean, how many people do you see walking on the street just to go somewhere? And that's the shift. If you look at the blue zones around the world, right, where people are living the longest, their eating they eat extremely healthy, but they're very active. At any age, I mean, in their 80s, 90s, they're walking, they're going places, they're socially interacting with younger people, they're socially interacting with their friends, and that creates a key to longevity. And that's the beauty of it. I mean, that's what we're doing.
And luckily, I like to walk. Yeah. And of course, walking is a weight-bearing exercise, and when you get older, it's even more important to walk. And I find that I pass all the young people on the way to the bank or post office, because my natural pace actually is pretty fast, even when I'm not doing a power walk. It's my natural pace. Yep. So that's good. That's good. It works because I like to do it anyway. And I find actually that walking gives you time to think. You can plan your day. You can think about something that's been bothering you. You're not in a car where you have to watch out, especially in Miami, with the crazy drivers. But and also at the office, I'm on the 3rd floor. I always take the stairs. Take the stairs. Even if I have a heavy load, like if I'm taking groceries for the office refrigerator or something, I still go up the stairs. That's right. Because it's good exercise. So, and I have no trouble going up those stairs, even with a mask on. It's still.
No, it's we have to do what we have to do, and that's the key. Stan has always followed protocol. He's lost weight to where we needed him to be at one point, and he lost too much weight. We had, a couple little road bumps with COVID, and we adapted, and we're just still moving. So this is a lifelong journey. This is not like we're gonna get to our goal and that's it. Okay, we're fine. This is a lifelong journey. So what I wanna say is that when you hire a trainer, or if you're working with us, is we develop these plans, follow that protocol, because we always have your best interest in mind, and we know what we're doing. We've been there. We've gone down that roadmap. So you don't need to figure it out. That's what we're here for. Stan has done it. We still got a lot more to work. And we're probably gonna be working for a long time, and that's the beauty of it. And I'm so glad you were able to share the story. And I just really want to, just to emphasize with everyone, I mean, if you're listening to this and you can relate, is, take that step. But most importantly is just do not forget just to get moving.